Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez and I am featuring another quick and easy card. And I am using today the varied bases, and I think I'm really liking it more and more. This was not kind of my favorites at the beginning, however I am enjoying having all these options for the bases, and I'm really liking these two a lot. So anyway, as usual, when you get those two together, you get it as a bundle and you save 10% of them, on both of them. So this is the best deal. You can obviously purchase those separately, but since this punch coordinates with this, I really highly recommend you get it as a bundle. So the other item that I've been using a lot lately is this card pack called Garden Impressions. And what I like about it is that it has a lot of colors, really bright colors. This is the one that we're going to be using today, and I just loving it. The other side has a little bit more of a, it still has colors, but you can see it's more of a one tone in a way. So really cool, and it looks very nice in person rather than on the catalog. I don't know what it is in the catalog. So anyway, so the card base that we're gonna be using today, it's Whisper White, and this one is 5.5 by 8.5, and as usual, we're gonna fold it in half. I always use my bone folder. I feel like it helps me have that crisp fold. I have a piece of crushed curry, and this one is 4 by 5 1/4. That way I can have a nice border on it. And then I have a piece of that Garden Impressions Design Series paper, and this one is 4 by 1.5. So 4 by 1.5. I also have a piece of Night of Navy, and I got that color combination out of this one. So this was Night of Navy, and this is 2 1/4 by 3.5, and the Whisper White is 2 by 3 1/4. As always, I always have a 1/4 of an inch difference between the smaller one and the larger piece. That way I can have a really nice mat. And then I have a scrap of coral, Calypso Coral, and also a scrap of Whisper White, where this is where I'm going to be stamping my base. Because this is photopolymer, I recommend you use your piercing mat, and I always put a scratch paper so that I don't get the stains on it. So for this one, I'm going to be using this. Now, one other thing is, whenever you're punching this, make sure you see how you're going to be using your paper. So in this case, I'm going to go this way. So I need to be stamping it on this direction. So if I do it this, I could also do it this way, but it's kind of really tight. So I'm just going to go this way. For this one, I'm going to be using, let me just pick my color because I didn't pull it. Night of Navy. And here's the base. And I'm going to be stamping, and like for instance, for this type of image where you can see it's more of a solid image, really need to use your purse mat. Otherwise, you will not get a clear image transfer. And I said that from experience. I have some customers that had issues stamping it, and really once they start putting the piercing mat below your stamping, it gets really an improvement of the way their images go. So definitely, if you're having issues with photopolymer, give it a try with the piercing mat underneath. So now I am just centering it, as you can see. There we go. And these are just scraps, so I have it here. Then I'm going to be putting, and I'm going to be using on these Early Espresso. I'm going to be putting the sentiment on this scrap. There you go. You can see it here. Okay. And then I'm going to be stamping also on this one. So for the line image, like I said, a lot of the times you can get by without using the piercing mat, so I'll show you in a second. So this one will go like so. All right. And then for the next part, because it's a bolder image, I'm going to be using brush card. I'm going to be using my piercing mat so that I can line up the flowers. Okay. Okay. And voila. I mean, I love how well this goes, honestly. And they line up pretty well, and the cool thing about being photopolymer is that you really can see where you are stamping. So this one will go in this one, like so. So let's just glue these. I'm going to go ahead and put this one here. Okay. And then I'm going to be using dimensionals for these. And I think I'm going to be using a large one and a little one. So a large one for the base. And then a little one for the top. Okay. Hold on for a second, I'm trying to line up. Well, yeah, there you go. Pinning up my... And I'm going to be putting this here. Now you can see I have a lot of a space, so this is where this one will go. Okay, and so what I'm going to be doing is just adding a little bee so I can do a banner. Right? And then I'm just gonna hold this one, and I'm gonna just, there we go. And I'm gonna be putting also dimensionals on these. I'll use the border. Always use everything you get on your dimensionals. I mean, the whole thing is good. There we go. And so this one will have this. There we go. And then this one will be also on dimensionals, of course. So let's just use dimensionals. Alright. So now it's just putting everything together, and so I'll put first this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it like so, line it up. Then I'm gonna glue this one to my card base. Alright, and then finally let's add this one to the card. Again, super easy to make, and it just adds something to it, don't you think? Alright. There we go. And voila. So here's the card for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. And don't forget about my ordering incentive. So you go to my website at creatingwithali.com where you get the hostess code, and if you place an order using the hostess code, you get a card kit to make 4 cards in the mail. It will have instructions as well as everything to make it, except for the stamping. You'll have to buy the stamps, but you can use whatever you have if you don't have the specific one that I am using. And also, if your order is $50 or more, then you also get the accessory of the month. So anyway, thank you so much. I'll put the link to all the products that I use in the description, and I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.